morning. Thanks for joining me for another What I Eat in a Day as a vegan on Slimming World. If you're new here, my name's Leanne. I'm a vegan losing weight on the Slimming World plan. And if you're coming back, as always, really appreciate you guys. You have no idea. Your comments are just, they just make me feel so loved. Having said that, before we get into today's video, and this is where I apologise to anyone new here, so you may want to skip forward a couple of minutes, I need to make a confession, and there's no excuses really, but basically last night I had a binge, and it's the first one I've had in 11 weeks now. So, you know, I think that's pretty good going, but I am disappointed with myself for giving in. I was just feeling horrible, really. I was so tired, felt grotty, and, you know, despite all the usual reasoning, all the usual, you know, I know it's not going to make me feel any better. I know it's not going to help my throat feel any nicer. It's not going to make me feel any better mentally, that kind of thing. And I did it anyway, and I knew I'd regret it. Obviously I do. On the other hand, so I'm not going to tell you what I had, but what I will say is that it was about 4.5 days worth of sins for me, because I did work out the sins. So yeah, that's not great. What I'm not going to do is beat myself up over it. I feel guilty enough about it and like ashamed, you know the feeling of like, oh God, I failed, like what's the point? But I'm not gonna do that. There is a small positive from it, and that is that I feel like it had been building up for a week or two. There's been multiple occasions over the last couple of weeks where I really could have seen myself doing the same thing, and now that I feel like it's out of my system. And also I did not enjoy it one bit, I'm not gonna lie, because I've been following Slimming World so very strictly for weeks and weeks and weeks. Well, yeah, since the beginning of September. So, I mean, what's that, 2.5 months actually. So when you look at it like that, yeah, basically it happened. I've just totally lost my thread. That's what I was going to say, sorry. So yeah, because I've been following Slimming World so very perfectly, for me, obviously I haven't been having massive amounts of sugar intake all at once. And last night was half and half sugar and salt. And basically I just felt sick, and I still feel pretty disgusting this morning. I feel thirsty because of the salt. I've got a bit of a tummy ache, I guess, because again, it's a load of crap food that I haven't been used to having large quantities of. And, you know, that's a good thing, because there was one point where I really wouldn't have had these effects. So, you know, I feel like it's kind of out of my system, and it's also showed that it really wasn't worth it, and it didn't make me feel any better. You know, all the arguments that we tell ourselves, but it's just real now, I guess. I don't know. I feel pretty bad about it. I feel really disgusted and ashamed, to be honest. I'm really trying not to, because, you know, it's a new day. We've still got some time before weigh day, and I'm gonna go back to being totally on plan. I just wish I hadn't done it, you know, but life happens. I still have a sore throat. I still have big glands today, but my throat isn't quite as sore as yesterday, although my voice does not seem to be agreeing with that fact. But yeah. Okay, so what it has done is renewed my sense of purpose with Slimming World a little bit. So I'm actually gonna go, I don't want anything to eat right now. It's currently like 11 o'clock, I think, and I'm not hungry. All I am is thirsty, genuinely. I've just been drinking water. I'm just gonna have some more water now, like a great big glug. My mouth feels dry. Again, that's gonna be because of the salt, isn't it? And all I'm craving is fresh things. So I mean, that can only be a good thing, right? It just shows how rubbish food is. Yeah, so I'm going to drink some water and I'm going straight out to the shops because I want to get some fruit. I've got a real inkling for some fresh fruit, some strawberries and blueberries, because I haven't had them for ages, and they're going to be super expensive this time of year, but do you know what? It's worth it to stay on plan and be on plan. You know, food is a delight and fruit is a treat, and, you know, basically, I just want proper food. I really, really regret it. Like, it's just made me feel horrible. That's literally all that's happened from this. I feel horrible and ashamed and guilty and disgusted, and I've gained nothing, all of which I knew before I did it, but I was just at a real low ebb last night. So, moral of the story is, what's the moral? What moral should we have? We need to have a moral. So the moral is not to get disheartened if you have a setback. It's also not a setback, it's just a little bump in the road. And don't let it put you off. And also use it as a learning experience because, like I said, right now, I feel pretty disgusting. And I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel like that. So, yeah, I'm going to use it as motivation. Because I do still want to weight loss this week. All right. I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. Like I said, I'm just going to have my water and then I'm going to run to the shops. Well, not run to the shops. Jesus Christ. I'm going to drive to the shops, get some fresh fruit and vegetables and supplies. And then I'll show you what I get later, of course. And then I'll have some food when I get home, probably. See you later, guys. I'm sorry to let you down. I'm back from my grocery haul. It is 1:15 right now. Still haven't had anything except water. Can't say as I feel particularly hungry either yet, but we'll see. I definitely want something. Let's do the grocery haul. So this is everything I bought, and it cost me just over 30 quid. So it's like 31.50, something like that. Okay, so I went to Lidl's first and got the majority of my produce, as the Americans say. Red and white onions, because I ran out of white and I've only got 2 red left, and they're nice in salads and in roasting as well as in dishes, so it's always good to have red onions. 2 things of mushrooms, I love my mushrooms. 2 things of peppers, I love my peppers. This squash, they've got their seasonal squash in at the moment, but not sure what type this is, so I bought it because it looked exciting. I got some beetroot. Lidl, best place to get raw beetroot, honestly. Green beans, broccoli, so some basics. Loads of salads. I got 4 bags, 3 pea shoot and 1 peppery baby leaf. They only have 1, otherwise I'd have had more. Some radishes, some more tomatoes. I've got a whole cucumber left in my other fridge, so that's why I didn't get a cucumber. Some spring onions are on special this week for 29p. I got some parsley and basil, and then I got quite a lot of fruit as well. So I got bananas as usual. I got some Granny Smith apples because, you know, they're my favourite. Conference pears, blueberries and strawberries. I got the pears because I do like pears, but I do have to be in the mood for them. But there's a lady in Slimming World in my group, my live group I mean, who she's been making this dessert where she poaches pears in the Ribena winter spice, and then she mixes, I mean she uses gelatin, but obviously there's vegan alternatives, and she like mixes, she puts the poached pear in a bowl and then has strawberries and blueberries, and then mixes the rest of the poaching liquid with the gelatin or equivalent, and pours it over to make like a set poached pear dessert. It just sounded really nice. So that leads me on to my Tesco haul. And I got some veggie gel. This is vegan, obviously. It says on there, suitable for vegans. It's either this or agar agar. They're both, or I don't know if that's how you say it actually. It might be agar agar, but whatever. They're both free on Slimming World. So I thought that's quite a fun thing to have. I got a loaf of bread because I've run out. I got 2 things of unsweetened soy milk. I'll tell you why in a minute. miso paste because I ran out. I didn't particularly want to buy 2 because I'm right at the end of the month pay wise. I got 2 tofus, some vanilla extract because I totally ran out, and some courgettes because there weren't any in Lidl's. So I got the milk, and I mean, I could live without vanilla for a week, but I got some because I like to have it in. But I also found online that you can make a panna cotta, and I thought actually you can make this really Slimming World friendly by using some soy milk and that, and vanilla, and then a bit of sugar or sweetener or whatever sweetener you want to use, and make panna cotta. And I thought, oh, I might have a go at that as well. So there's some, although it's quite a basic shop and it's pretty much all produce because I have plenty of beans and stuff for a moment, so I didn't bother with all of that. I just wanted to get some fresh stuff because I'm desperate for it. And I realise now that I didn't actually get any spinach or anything like that, which is a bit annoying, but hey ho, it's fine. I've still got a few bits. I've got a couple of aubergines, I've got half a cauliflower, I've got a cucumber, there might be a couple of other bits, but yeah. And also from last week, or whenever I last went, I've still got this squash as well. And I have a butternut squash hiding at the back. As I said, 2 red onions, and I've got a few potatoes as well. So I do have quite a lot. And I've also got, don't judge me on how messy this cupboard is. I've also got quite a lot of like ricey flavour packet things, like microwave rices. I've got some of these mushrooms. So I've got quite a lot in that I can make. So it's all good. It's all good. Oh, this makes me feel so much better having this. So for my first meal of the day, which is at lunchtime, but I mean technically could be called breakfast, but it's not really, it's lunch, isn't it? I'm having just salad and 2 gosh burgers. They just need eating. My salad is very basic. It's a whole bag of that pea shoot salad. Oh, I was going to put some of this one in. I'm going to put a few leaves of that in as well. And then I've also got cucumber, radishes and tomatoes and spring onions. So that'll all go on there, and then I'll have my burgers there. There you go. I've added a handful of the peppery one just to mix it up. It's about 1/3 of the bag I've chucked in there. I love leaves. Okie doke, here's the finished salad. I forgot to say that I've also got these spinach and pine nut bites on there. The only reason that I'm having these gosh things is because they're all gone over their date. Today is the 22nd, so the spinach and pine nut ones in particular need eating. I'm not sure I'll get those again because they're not that flavoursome. I just thought they were going to be so much better than they actually were, but the beetroot burgers are really, really nice. So the beetroot burgers, obviously I've just done these in the air fryer. They are 2 sins each, so that's 4 sins, and these are 1 sin each, so that's another 4, so it's 8 sins in total. And as you can see, I've put salt and pepper on my salad, not loads of salt, because I feel like I've had plenty for like a week. So yeah, so this is 8 sins. Yeah. Okay guys, it's dinner time. If anyone is new here and hasn't watched my channel before, please can you like not watch today's video? I feel like any one of my others is like a better example of how I normally eat. Today is just not me at all. It is now 10 to 7, and yes, the only thing I've had is that salad with the gosh stuff on it. The trouble is my tummy is really rumbling, I'm really hungry. I'm still really thirsty. I've had 3 litres of water today, and I've had 2 of my big mugs of tea. So I know that I had too much salt yesterday. I know it. Actually, I wouldn't say that I'm thirsty anymore. I'd just say that my mouth feels dry. Although it's not even that really. I don't really know. Anyway, I just still don't feel right. I felt really bloated all day, really horrible. All of this is just reaffirming, like, don't binge. Just don't. Like, it's not worth it. But I'm so glad that it's shown me how crap I can feel, because this will put me off, believe me. Like, I just feel horrible today. I feel really, really horrible, and it's totally self-inflicted. Anyway, I was having trouble thinking of what I would like for tea, because I just don't know what I fancy, and I just, yeah, I just don't really know what I'm in the mood for. And then it hit me that actually what I'd really like is a cheese sandwich. So that's what I'm having, except I'm having two because I'm really hungry. I'll just show you now. As I said, please don't judge this on my usual food. Okay, so I've got 4 pieces of the HW Neville's bread. This is as far as I know, this is the only 800 gram loaf where you can have 2 slices for your Healthy Extra B. It's because they're pretty thin and crappy, really. But yes, so one is my Healthy Extra B, and the other, sorry, 1 pair, and the other pair is 7 sins. So then on the dry bread, I've just put a load of cucumber and red onion. And then again, because I haven't got any cocoa cheese, I'm just cheating, and I'm calling the Applewood vegan as my Healthy Extra A. So I've just sliced up some of that. So that's going to be my cheese. I haven't taken this completely out because I couldn't get it out, so I need the knife. But I'm using 1 teaspoon of Hellmann's vegan mayonnaise between the 2 pieces. So just a little hint of flavour from that. Okay, so as you can see, it didn't go that far. Actually, on the camera, funny enough, it's making it look a lot whiter than the bread actually looks in real life. Can I even this out a little bit? It's like such a tiny amount. I love mayonnaise. Right, and that's literally it. Normally I'd put some salt and pepper on, and leaves, but I don't fancy leaves. I just want plain. I know, it's somewhat unlike me, guys, I know, but there we go. The mayonnaise, let me work it out. Okay, yeah, so the mayonnaise for a tablespoon is 5 sins, or if you say a third of that, which is a teaspoon, then it's 1.5 sins. So this is costing me 8.5 sins. I have an odd number because I have to have odd numbers. I should also say that this afternoon, my mum and dad came over, bizarrely separately, but at the same time. Anyway, they're my little bubble. Yeah, so I had a coffee with 200 mils of Alpro Almond Barista when they were here, and I also had those 2 big cups of tea and more water that I said about, but that's it. So that puts me on 8 from lunchtime, 8.5 for this, which is 16.5, plus 2 is 18.5. So, okay. Okay guys, so this is using up my last sins of the day, and also fulfilling my craving for some strawberries and blueberries, which obviously I bought today. So I've used a decent amount of strawberries and blueberries, and I've also measured out 25 grams of Bourneville Giant Buttons for 6.5 sins, and actually that puts me on exactly 25, so perfect. I'm also having a cup of after dinner tea, but not a full cup because I ran out of hot water. My mum said earlier that I look really tired today, and I have to say I can see it as well. Look at those bags. But I suspect, well, A, I went to bed at stupid o'clock, and B, I suspect that the after effects of my little binge yesterday are catching up with me. So once again, kids, the moral of the story is don't do it. It's not worth it. Hey guys, so it's my last update of the day. It's currently 9:15 and I'm already in my PJs. I've cleaned my teeth as well. No chance of eating anything else today. I'm having a cup of nighttime tea right now. I'll probably just have the one. And that's really it from me. It's Sunday, so that means I've got fresh bedding on because that's my day for changing the beds. And I always think it's nice to start the week off and you just go to bed and feel all lovely and clean and cozy. So I'm looking forward to going to bed because I'm not gonna lie, I'm absolutely shattered. So I'm just having my cup of tea and then I'm having a crazy early night for me. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you watching, and I'm sorry today has been more about me talking rather than eating or showing you what I eat, although I have obviously shown you. But yeah, appreciate the support from everyone. I'm really sorry that I feel like I've let you guys down a little bit. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I know you're all gonna say no you haven't, but that's how I feel. But anyway, back to regular programming tomorrow. All right, guys, thanks so much again for watching and supporting me. All right, love you lots. Good night.